All right, Toronto, we are back. Now we're here at the end of October of year number 1. I will refresh. The only move we actually made was we got rid of Tavares, the old guy taking up the big cap, and we pulled in Zach Werenski. Now, we did have Morgan Riley go down to injury, which is unfortunate, but as of right now, we have 16-point top guy at 10 games, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13. We got 6 guys up at a point per game or higher. We're looking at Morgan Riley. I mean, he got injured 6 games ago as well, so it's not like we've been struggling heavily without him. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to go over to injury report. See if we can see. So he's returning January 19th, so he is gone for a while. Yeah, looks like we're going to be missing him for a couple months now. So picking up that Zach Werenski is actually a really good trade for us. We actually still have that top line defenseman. If he would have went down, if Morgan Riley would have went down and we didn't have Werenski, we would definitely be in some trouble. But we are here in November. What do you say we just go ahead and hop into simulation? Now, I do think that we are going to come back down to earth. I mean, 9-1-1 is a pretty great record starting out. 11-1-1 is even better. I do think we're going to come back down to earth, though. I don't think we're going to be a 60-win, 70-win team. Austin Matthews has been injured with a concussion, estimated to return November 26th. So he's definitely going to be out for a healthy... Well, he's going to be out for just this month, so that's not too bad. So let's just go ahead and best lines. But that could spell some trouble for us leading up to there. There we go. So we have 5 losses out of 6 games. Kyle Clifford is injured. Best lines again. Austin Matthews is available to play. So let's go ahead and edit manually. Yeah, I mean, you can see what happens to the team when we don't have Matthews and Tavares. Let's go ahead and head coach preferred. Bring Matthews back in. He is sitting at, yeah, I mean, 7. He's sitting at a goal per game, let alone a point per game. Nylander's above point per game. Marner's still above point per game. O'Reilly's still above. Bunting is pretty close there. So we're still getting this. We're still getting the production. Zach Werenski's at 10 points, -1. You know, not having Morgan Riley actually really does hurt us, but let's go ahead and move Shen down to the 3rd line. I think that might not be too bad for us. How's Samsonov doing? 897 still? Why is he... I don't understand why that's happening. Alright, whatever. So we're 13-5-4. 13-6-4. The Red Wings are actually 12-6-2 right now. They're in a playoff spot. We're 1 point behind the Bruins, though. Let's go ahead and get to the end of November here. 13-7-4. Yeah, I mean, not having some of those guys definitely did not make our November month great. We were 11-1-1, so we went 3-6-3 in the month of November. But that's a month that injuries kind of struck us. The fact that we can stay at 14-7-4 is a pretty good indication of what we have on this team. Now, I knew this team was going to be a winning team. I just wanted to try and push them to actually be cup contenders. They've been 1st or 2nd round eliminations every single year since, God, I mean, it's been almost 20 years since they've made it anywhere decent, maybe even longer. So... all right, let's push to 20 wins here by the end of December. Come on. There's 1, there's 2, there we go. The 20 wins by the end of December usually is a pretty good indication. Now, we are in a pretty strong division here, apparently. The Red Wings are also apparently the best team in the league, which is really interesting. Let's go ahead and... so Nylander's leading at 42 points. Let's go ahead and look at what the Red Wings have, because... if you guys don't know, I'm a Red Wings fan. What makes this team the best team in the league? Or at least in this tough of a division. What in the heck? How? I don't know. I can't fathom it. All right, let's go ahead. And now that we're at the end of the calendar year of 2022, let's go ahead and do a point wrap up. We're almost halfway through the season anyways. Matthews got 22 goals, looking like he's probably on a 50 goal season at least. How many point per game players we got? We still got 3 point per game players, so our top line is still point per game, which is really nice to see. Looks like the goal distribution is about what I would expect it. Anyone a huge minus? I mean, no one's huge. -5 altogether isn't awful. But it's okay. Samsonov picked his stats back up, so he's doing all right. 18, 10, and 3. Not a bad first half of the year. We would like to see him get 40 wins. That would pretty much guarantee us a top spot in the playoffs. But all right, here we go. Let's go ahead and let's get through January. I think at the end of January is where we start looking at moves if we want to try and change up how the team is working. Zach Werenski's been injured with a sore foot January 15th. We'll go ahead and just best lines that. That's not going to be too long. We got 2 wins while he's gone. Morgan Riley is fully healed, so there we go. 2 losses in a row. Zach Werenski is healed, so there we go. Now we should be at a full bill of health. We should be able to start racking up these wins. Connor Timmons in a 6th for a 5th and a 6th. No, I don't want that. Redham Zahorna, I don't even know who that is. Nola Chari, let's go ahead and best lines that. Okay, so we're up here at February. We have a 30 win. We're at 30 in February, so we got another 10 in January. Now, what we're going to go ahead and look at is actually, I never even looked at this. Let's go to the proposed trade screen. I don't think we have any medium elite prospects like that we don't have in the NHL. So we have Robertson, who's elite low. Nicholas Robertson, he is getting playtime, so that's good. Other than that, I mean, top 6 medium, Durargushintsev. I don't know. That's an interesting name. Is he Australian? He's like Austrian or something? Czech? Russian, maybe? Yeah, I mean, other than those guys, I mean, Topi Nimela is probably going to be a decent player for us eventually. But yeah, I mean, it looks like 1 defensive prospect, 1 forward prospect, and Nicholas Robertson. Yeah, hopefully we can turn them into something. They are getting playing time, so don't have to worry about that. That's what I was worried about. Oh, sorry about the yawn. I'm recording this early morning again. But let's go ahead and look at standings really quick. So we're 30, 15, and 6. We're sitting at 2nd in our division. 3 points behind the Senators, 5 points above the Lightning. Let's go ahead and take a look at the entire league. The entire league, we're 5th in the entire league right now. We're only 2 points or 2 wins behind anyone above us. So not too bad. And the Senators are actually the best team in the league now. So our division is pretty tough. We got the Lightning, who are also sitting at 7. We got the Bruins, who are at 9. So out of our division, we have 4 teams in the top 9. So it's a little rough, but we should be able to make something work. Now, let's go look at individual stats. We got Nylander here up at 60. So Matthews is up at 32 goals already. So yeah, probably a 50, 55 goal season for him. So that's going to be really nice. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I think we just keep going. I don't know. I don't see anything that we should be doing right now. The team is 5th best in the league. I mean, the only thing I could potentially do is try to make it the best team in the league, but we don't really have anything to work with. We don't have any young guys to trade for right now. We don't have any draft picks to trade for right now. We have what we have right now. So any changes we make would have to come from inside. And even then, I just don't think. I mean, Kalle Yarncroc is a 2-way. David Kampf is a 2-way. Bunting is a 2-way. Is there anyone I would want to try? So he's a plus. He's a plus. Yeah, I mean, oh, wait. We have a defenseman playing a forward spot. Why do we have a defenseman playing the forward spot? Should I bring Robertson up? I feel like I should. Let's bring him up. Best AHL lines. Go back to the NHL. Headed lines. Get Nicholas Robertson in there. There we go. Yep, I'm good with it like that. All right. Now, do we want Gustafsson in here at all? How does he do replaced with Liljegren? A -1. Can't put Werenski on the bottom line. Could put Brody on the bottom line. Yeah, we're gonna... I like it like that. Brody, Muzzin, Gustafsson, Shen, Werenski, Riley. Yeah. Yep, I'm good with that. All right. So let's go ahead, and I think what we're gonna go ahead and do is get up to the trade deadline in this video. So we got one more month to go through. We do take a win off of Boston. Nolachari is returned to the lineup. You will not be in the count. You are over the roster limit. Need to send a player down. All right, go to roster moves. So that's what it was Nolachari. So, you know what? What is Wayne Simmons doing for us? -5 with only 10 points? Nah, Robertson, you get to stay up. Yeah, I'm fine with Simmons having to clear waivers. That's fine with me. Best NHL lines. Best lines. There we go. All right, we got a back-to-back against Columbus. Namela. Prospect. A third, a fifth, and Ellis. Let's just go look into this and see what they actually are trying to get from me. Damon Severson, 84. I mean, I don't need any of those tweener defensemen. A depth forward could be good for the playoff run, and Eric Halla would definitely be a good guy for the playoff run. Severson, I mean, he can't hurt, right? He's good on defensive pairing 3, power play. Or that's what he's scouted on. I'd fits in the following lines based on Coach Xavier Wheeler's scheme. I mean, if I'm trying to win the cup this year, this is a trade I do. Nothing here is giving me value this year. But Severson and Halla would both add value this year, as well as I don't have to have their contract next year. You know what? Send it. All right. All right, cancel sim. All right, so now we got some stuff to play around with. Let's go ahead and edit lines. Let's go ahead and go to head coach preferred. So Robertson has already jumped up to an 80 playing in the NHL. He's got 2 goals. Interesting. Okay. Well, if that's the case, Nolachari is a 4th line forward. Robertson says 3rd line scoring forward. Let's go ahead and do it like that. Now, Halla, he's a playmaker with Robertson, who's a sniper. So we're going to definitely play them together. Yeah, I think that looks good. Now we got Severson. Let's go like that. And let's go there. Yeah, let's keep Werenski and Riley together. Riley's only played 15 games this season. What a bummer. All right. Well, I think we are all set to move forward. Let's go ahead and get to that trade deadline, and we will we'll do the trade deadline in the next video, but we'll go ahead and go in with an idea of what we want. Voight in the 4th for a 3rd and a 5th. Nope. There's no purpose in doing that trade. All right, so we're going to the trade deadline, 38, 18, and 6. We're going with 82 points, which would be good for first in any other division. We're 2 points outside of first in ours. Looks like we'd have to have a monumental collapse to not make the playoffs this year, so guaranteed playoff team. barring anything absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and take a look at the points at the trade deadline. So still 3 point per games. Ryan O'Reilly is still doing pretty decent as well. I mean, that line has dropped to a -3, but they are still producing. Matthews is only at 36 goals. I mean, I don't think he's going to have a 50 year at this point. I think he's going to have like a 45, like a high 40s, but not a 50. Let's go and sort here. We got 320 goal scorer. Nylander's going to get there by the end of the year, but I think that's going to be it. How are our goalies doing? Samsonov doing great, and Murray, that's way more than you could ever ask for a backup with a 932.2. So we'll actually remember that. If Samsonov gets into trouble in the playoffs, we might actually go to Murray. But all right. I think that is where we're going to go ahead and leave this video. Now, we know the draft class. I'm not even bothered looking at that for year one. We know it's Bedard sweepstakes. But we're not drafting. We got nothing as far as drafting goes. So we're going to go ahead and work with what we got. We're going to pretty much go forward as is. I don't think there's many things we can do at the trade deadline. I don't think we have a lot of wiggle room with this roster. Especially with the salary cap, but let's go ahead and we're going to leave it here and hop into the trade deadline in the next video. So I will catch you guys then. Peace.